J.D. Vance said this, and he was responding to this 60 Minutes piece. Insulting someone is not a crime, and criminalizing speech is going to put real strain on the European-U.S. relationships. This is Orwellian, and everyone in Europe and the U.S. must reject this lunacy. Lunacy, he says. But let's hear from this. Let's hear what they're doing. Let's see how free speech is going on in Germany. Is it going well? 9.
Is it a crime to insult somebody in public?
Yes, it is.
And it's a crime to insult them online
It's a crime to insult somebody in public.
as well?
Yes.
The fine could be even higher if you insult someone in the internet.
Why?
Because in internet, it stays there. If we are talking here face to face, you insult me, I insult you, okay, finish. But if you're in the internet, if I insult you or a politician,
That sticks around forever.
Yeah.
If somebody posts something that's not true, and then somebody else reposts it or likes it, are they committing a crime?
Yeah, in the case of reposting, it is a crime as well, because the reader can't distinguish whether you just invented this or just reposted it. That's the same for us.
The punishment for breaking hate speech laws can include jail time for repeat offenders. But in most cases, a judge levies a stiff fine and sometimes keeps their devices.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
they are shocked.
They all laugh. Look at this 60 Minutes journalist is thrilled by this, by the way, and they all just have a good chuckle because somebody said something naughty on the internet and they took his devices, his phone away. She thinks it's wonderful.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
They are shocked.
She probably asked, so if there's like a 60 Minutes Germany, then nobody could criticize them? Oh my God, that sounds wonderful. That's heaven. Anyway, let's continue on with the Fourth Reich here.
6:01 on a Tuesday morning, and we were with state police as they raided this apartment in northwest Germany.
Hier ist die Polizei, wir müssen bitte mal mit Ihnen reden.
Inside, 6 armed officers searched a suspect's home, then seized his laptop and cell phone. Prosecutors say those electronics may have been used to commit a crime. The crime?
A thought? Was it a thought crime? It's Europe. What am I saying? Of course it's a thought crime.
Posting a racist cartoon online. At the exact same time across Germany, more than 50 similar raids played out. Part of what prosecutors say is a coordinated effort to curb online hate speech in Germany.
60 Minutes loves this. This is how you know that they hate you. This is how much you know that as much as you hated the mainstream media before, you don't hate them enough. You don't distrust them enough. You should never listen to them. I mean, she's absolutely thrilled by all of this. She's thrilled.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
They are shocked.
How do people react when you take away their fundamental human rights? They're shocked. Oh, they're so shocked. Oh, it's hilarious. Fourth Reich.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
Like, she couldn't be happier about this. She could not be. She is thrilled.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
They are shocked.
Papers, please. 9. You know, here's the thing. They should be just talking like this. They should have to say it in Hitler voice. Everything, because this is all just fascism. Fascism. Look at, they're laughing. They think it's hilarious. How do they feel when you take away their basic human rights? Oh, not happy. What about the camps? They didn't mention anything about camps yet.
It's 6:01 on a Tuesday morning.
And the beautiful thing is, too, of course, it's all about hate, right? It's all about hate. And somebody did a racism, right? Which is so, I'm sure in Germany, is so broadly defined, it just means anything they don't like. What is this really about, though? Let's see. I know that they want to ban the AfD, the popular anti-immigration party in Germany. Why would they be popular? The anti-immigration party. Let's see. Below is a list of notable terrorist attacks in Germany. Oh, they have those over there. Oh, I didn't know that. Over the last 10 years. where the perpetrators were immigrants, including asylum seekers, refugees, or individuals with migrant backgrounds. Let's see. Munich car attack, February 13th, 2025. That's when J.D. Vance was there and talked to them and chastised them over their totalitarian free speech laws. Afghan asylum seeker deliberately drove a car into a crowd in Munich, injuring at least 36 people, including a toddler. Let's see. Here's a stabbing January 22nd, 2025. 28-year-old Afghan man, asylum seeker with a rejected claim, previously detained for violent behavior, living in asylum accommodation. 2 people killed, 3 injured. None of this would make people angry. Magdeburg Christmas market attack, December 20th, 2024. This is all just in the last few months. Black BMW SUV plowed 400 meters through a crowded Christmas market in Magdeburg, killing 5 people, including a 9-year-old, and injuring over 200, with at least 41 critically wounded. 50-year-old Saudi citizen arrived in Germany in 2006, recognized as a refugee. Solingen stabbing, August 23rd, 2024. During a music festival in Solingen, a Syrian asylum seeker stabbed multiple people, killing 3 and seriously injuring several others. Syrian. Let's see. Mannheim knife attack, May 31st, 2024. Afghan migrant, 1 killed, 4 injured. So I wonder if the people of Germany, these sane people of Germany, have any concerns about this stuff? I don't know. General employment trends for refugees. For those who arrived in 2015, the employment rate reached 64% by 2022, implying an unemployment rate of approximately 36% for that cohort after 7 years. For newer arrivals, 43% unemployed. I wonder if that's a burden on the taxpayer at all. So that's what this is all really about. People are accurately describing reality, and they're not liking it. And of course, the fascist German authorities of apparently the German Fourth Reich are not happy about it. That's a problem. So reality is a problem. So ban reality. That's what leftists do. How many times have I said that they're not trying to fit their ideology into the world? They're trying to fit the world into their ideology, and they will break the world. They're happy to break the world in the process. That's what this is. Total and utter insanity. And you add on top of that, this laughing, this harpy here.
And sometimes keeps their devices.
How do people react when you take their phones from them?
Why is she so happy? Does she want to get her phone taken away if she says the wrong thing? And is this the America that she dreams of? It's wonderful how they take away people's phones for saying things that the wannabe totalitarian government doesn't like. It's wonderful how they take people's phones away and charge them and fine them for saying things that aren't radical left.
They are shocked.
Jesus. I mean, this should be shocking to her. She's supposed to be a journalist. This should all be deeply concerning and worrying, right? She should see, her life as a journalist should flash before her eyes when she sees stuff like this. She's not a journalist. None of them are journalists. They're all just propagandists at this point, pushing a narrative. They're not interested in the truth, not interested in informing. They're just interested in propagandizing and framing things. That's it. I mean, it genuinely is just freaky. Orwell was right. Back to J.D. Vance. Insulting someone is not a crime, obviously, and criminalizing speech is going to put real strain on European-U.S. relationships. This is Orwellian. It 100% is, and everyone in Europe and the U.S. must reject this lunacy. This is what Trudeau wanted to bring and what Mark Carney will try to bring. Let's see. Should we watch this one more time? Just this utter lunacy. Here's Margaret Brennan. I mean, again, when you hear this, right, you remember just how bad these people are. When you see this, it's so clear and stark just how transparently fraudulent.
Well, he was standing in a country where free speech was weaponized to conduct a genocide. and he met with the head of a political party that has far-right views, that the censorship
I have to disagree with
was
you.
specifically about the right.
No, I have to disagree with you. Free speech was not used to conduct a genocide. The genocide was conducted by an authoritarian Nazi regime that happened to also be genocidal because they hated Jews and they hated minorities and they hated those that they had a list of people they hated, but primarily the Jews. There was no free speech in Nazi Germany. There was none. There was also no opposition in Nazi Germany. They were a sole and only party that governed that country. So that's not an accurate reflection of history. I also think it's wrong. Again, I go back to the point of his speech. Okay,
I don't really care, Margaret.
To be willing to be live on national television and say that blame free speech for the Holocaust is so insane that can she really believe that? I mean, is she that dumb? That's the question. Is she really that stupid, right? And I said in the last stream, right, let's be generous here and say that she's talking about the Weimar freedom of speech in the Weimar Republic allowed the Nazis to spread their message and get in. But then you're just condemning any free speech or democratic elections anywhere. So what's the point? Is her point that, no, you just have to live in a far left authoritarian state, and that's just the way it is? And forget about your rights. If you have rights, well, then somebody could come along that will take your rights away. So let's just get rid of them right now, I guess. What is the point? Can you imagine getting on national television and saying something so insane, so embarrassingly inane? I hope they're paying her a lot. They must be paying her an awful lot to get on national television and say that. God, it's like clown world, right? It really is. It's clown world. It's just beyond. It's weird, right? It's actually just weird. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.